I'd like to welcome you to BlackUSA.News. There I go again. BlackUSA.News, the voice of our people. My name is Donnie Glover, your host for this morning. Listen, we have a very, very special treat. I remember back during my mom's very last Thanksgiving, and this was some 36, 37 years ago. She gave me 2 plates after I had finished eating down the turkey, the dressing, the oyster dressing I should add in, the mac and cheese, the greens. I think I was chopping on some German chocolate cake or whatever the case. She came up to me afterwards and gave me 2 plates. And she said, here, go give them to somebody. And I looked at her cockeyed crazy. Give them to who, Ma? She said, anybody. Some years later, I would meet a Baltimore legend. They call her the Mother Teresa of Baltimore. Her name is Bea Gaddy. And we got to talking. And I really thought that I had met an angel. And I still think that. But then years later, it dawned on me that long before I met a Bea Gaddy, my mama put me on to what it's all about. And it's all about unconditional love. She said, give it to anybody. And when I would hear stories about Bea Gaddy from J.D. Howard, and at last check, J.D. was in the hospital. I do not know his status, but J.D. would tell me how Bea Gaddy would go up into the highways and the byways, what we call a hole. And she started calling names. Daryl, Kevin, Johnny, come on out. Get something hot to eat. Got some hot chocolate. Got blankets and clothes. And that's what Bea Gaddy would do. And that's what her legacy would become. And this day, we have her daughter, a dear friend of mine, Cynthia Brooks, on the line. Good morning, Cynthia. How are you?
Good morning, Donnie. I'm doing fine. Yourself? You know I love you.
I'm blessed by this.
And I appreciate you. And I thank you for all that you do for us and all the viewers that you have. Putting out information is really useful. Thank you so very much for helping our community.
Now, when I talked with you yesterday, you said it's been 20 years.
Yes, this weekend will be the 20th anniversary of us losing our mother. Yes, this Sunday will be that.
How do you feel? How do you feel?
I feel torn, sad. It's very emotional for me because she stayed. My birthday is October the 2nd, and she stayed till the 3rd. She wanted to be here for my birthday. She left.
Now,
she left the next day.
Before we get into her, we first need to salute you. You're a veteran.
Yes, I am. I'm a 20-year Army veteran retiree. Yes.
Thank you for your service, soldier.
Thank you. Served my country well. I put my time in. It's pretty good. It set me up for today. I let my yesterdays take care of my tomorrows.
What do you mean?
I worked hard back in the day. I served my country. I worked. I built my career. I blazed my path. I did all of that. So now I don't have to work as hard. I don't have to struggle. Bea Gaddy's is something different. It allowed me, my yesterdays allowed me to step in and hold up my mother's legacy.
Well, it's partly your legacy now, sweetheart.
I'm learning that. I'm trying to embrace that. I stepped into this trying to be obedient daughter. That was my goal. That was my mother's. She said, when she was up there in Hopkins, and we were telling her, because we're adults, and we're telling Bea Gaddy that we're gonna cancel Thanksgiving, and we're not doing this. And she had a different of opinion, laying in her bed in her final days. Her words, her instructions to her was, "You will have Thanksgiving. You will." And she was adamant. As weak as she was, she still had a strong mind. She was strong-willed. If you knew her on an intimate level, her language was on the sharp side, let me say. She let us know. So while mourning our mother, we had to move forward and put on a public face and put on a dinner that in the behind the stage we were crying and mourning, and it was real sharp and real painful. But then looking at the people, like this one guy told us that he excuse me a minute, we're in here working, that he coming out to Thanksgiving, if had not come, he it was his plan that day to take his life. But he said he was going to come out and work that day to see if life had anything to offer him. And that young man worked so hard that day. And I was thinking, what if we hadn't listened to her and been obedient to her words? I'm not sure. I've never seen him again, but I hope he has um, um, a life, a strong, good life today. What is it, Dennis?
Valerie White.
Good. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, yeah. I hope so. I'm praying that the young man is thriving, and that day set him on a path to
So,
find him.
Cynthia, a lot of people may be under the impression that the Bea Gaddy Family Center is only open for Thanksgiving. Can you correct that for me?
It's not only open at Thanksgiving. We're here every day. We help people that need help, that come to our doors. We last year, when the governor shut everything down, what people don't understand was all the food pantries closed too. Our shelves were empty and bare. And so we went home too, because the governor said everything, shut it down. But 2 weeks after he shut it down, he sent out an email to all food pantries that we had to open, not only after Thanksgiving, but during the pandemic, during the major part of the pandemic. We've been open. We haven't shut our doors. And she gave us instructions to move forward and continue to march. And that's the military part of me. She gave instructions. She gave a plan. The governor said, open pantries back up and feed the people during a major pandemic. And it was crazy last year. And every day since then, for 20 years, we've been open, working, not just at Thanksgiving. We're not just a Thanksgiving organization. We just don't make noise. People don't see us making noise.
What do you do throughout the year? How do you help people?
We provide food. We can't take clothing at this time due to COVID. But we have baby formula and baby items to helping kids have Christmas. And last year during the pandemic, we did something totally different because we couldn't have the traditional Thanksgiving dinner at Patterson Park that we did. We had an awesome time sending food out to our seniors that are shut in. What it was awesome. It was a true blessing to be able to still help people, but we helped them differently and we helped them safely. And this year we're about to ramp up and start the same thing, Donnie.
And so for
It's
those that don't
challenging.
know, you're located at 425 North Chester Street in East Baltimore.
Yes. Yes. 425 North Chester. Our phone number is 410-563-2749.
563 2749.
2749. Mm-hmm.
I'm getting ready to put this in the ticker so that anybody that wants to donate can do so.
Yes.
Here we go,
Give us a
right here.
call.
Double check that for me. Bea Gaddy Family Centers, bgaddy.org, 425 North Chester Street, 410-563-2749.
Yes.
So tell me. So got a little message over here. Pay attention. Okay.
Put
And the email. I put the email in there too.
okay.
Okay. Give me a second. Um, so let me lift that up for a second. Edit that up a little bit. Boom. I need a comment there. Bam. So this is for anybody that wants to donate. You're taking donations?
Yes, we are. We're receiving donations. Contact us by telephone or email so we can safely receive your donation.
Okay, I gotta tell you, one of my favorite parts is when all of the Corvettes come, the Corvette Club of Baltimore County, but also the people, and this is years past, I don't know how it will go. You can give us an idea, but people would come to bring donations, turkeys, what have you, from up and down the East Coast. I synced it with my own eyes.
Yes, the Corvette. Unfortunately, the Corvette Club has informed us this year that they won't have that parade and we won't have that gathering, and we're gonna miss that. That kicks Thanksgiving off. And last
Well,
year
we
that
got
was
other car clubs. We got some young people that might be bold enough to come and do it. I'm gonna call Big Nell.
yes. Um, any other car clubs, motorcycle clubs, anyone ride through. I invite you to ride through, and that is contact me. Let's set up a ride through. Let's just call it what it is, a ride through, Donnie. You know, so we can help people ride through and help your neighbors. What do
So
you
tell me a
think?
success story.
A success story?
Yeah.
Um, a recent one. Last year, we were able to reach out to thousands of seniors that were shut in, that didn't have access to have a Thanksgiving dinner. Um, we have a restaurant remix at the old, um, where at 819 East Pratt Street last year. They prepared the, the turkeys that were sent out in the individual plates. It's a young man, Chef Tion, there, and his skills are above. That is a location. I promise you, if you go there, it's an experience beyond measure.
Let me ask you this, Cynthia. Has because we got a lot of restaurants in Baltimore, and I'm calling them on the carpet right now. You and your staff, how many people volunteer with you on any given day?
We used to a, have 1,000 volunteers to put this Thanksgiving dinner together. All the cans have to be open, all the stuffing boxes, all of that stuff has to be open, but we can't get it done. So if there's some restaurants that want to take a part of this meal and help put it together and bring it back to us so we can send it out, that is exactly what we need.
Well, I had something else in mind, but let
Okay,
me
what do you
go back to my question. Like today, how many people are working today, last week, on any given day through the
in
summer?
here?
Yeah.
In here, I've been here this summer by myself. My volunteers, one is gravely ill, and one broke her ankle. So I've been attempting to hold it down and to hold my sanity together since
Okay,
June.
okay. I'm gonna name this and claim this in the name of our God. There's a restaurant. If you're listening, I know y'all listening because I see all of you. Somebody got to treat Cynthia Brooks to a gourmet meal. Now I know we can do that in the city of Baltimore. We got over 600,000 people. Somebody, some restaurant, because we got these big time restaurants. They get all kinds of help, or they don't. But whatever the case, somebody need to bless the Bea Gaddy Family Center, Cynthia Brooks, with a gourmet meal. What do you like to eat, Cynthia? Because you're feeding all these other people. What do you like to eat?
I'm a
See,
seafood fan. Or
seafood.
seafood and seafood fan.
All right. Well, I'm gonna make a personal phone call to one of my favorite seafood spots, but they got to send some food to 425 North Chester Street. The phone number's right there, and treat our sister Cynthia Brooks. No, no, for real, Cynthia. I've seen in years past all of these people. They show up on Thanksgiving, and I'm talking about politicians because they want to come in and get a picture. What they coming for? You ain't gotta say it. I'll say it. They bring their dusty butts there to get a damn picture. Put your money where your mouth is, and because this is why we want something for you, Cynthia. It's called self-care, and this is for people who've been out there serving others consistently, diligently, and then when COVID hit, like you said, you took a break according to the governor, 2 weeks, but then the order came, and like a soldier, you showed up. We need to show
Yes.
up for you. We need to show up for you. Take that lady some lobster, some crab meat, jumbo lump. We don't want none of that special. Want jumbo lump. Take us some gumbo, some crab soup, some cream of crab, oysters, clams. We need to hook Miss Cynthia up this year. This is the year of the hookup, 2021.
Um, Donnie, I thank you for
Name it and
always.
claim it. Look, our closed mouth don't get fed. We need help. Miss Cynthia need a seafood extravaganza.
We're about to get into this hard season, and not sure what the preparation will look like, but I know it's going to turn out a, a blessing. And I thank you, Donnie, for putting in the plea self care, work life balance. It is important, and I don't do a lot of it. I have failed at it mostly, but I thank you for always checking on me. You'll call me just to see how I'm doing, and your voice brightens up my saddest of days. When I'm stressed, to hear you on the other end of that phone, or when you pop in, you come in to check on me, and that's so important to me.
You my sister. I heard your mama's voice yesterday. I told you I was just walking and it hit me. Call her. And plus, we got to say our prayer for Greg Branch, his family, his
Yes,
sister. Yep.
my brother, my brother Greg Branch's family, the Branch family, has lost a loved one. His sister has lost her son, and Greg is standing by his sister's side. Uh,
And me and
so
you, we were siblings before I even met Greg. And then to come to find out that Greg is one of your best friends, I was blown away. But it also tells you how that spirit world works. Greg
yes,
ain't been nothing but a big
Greg and
brother to me and a Dunbar poet.
yes, Dunbar poets. We stick together. Greg and I went to high school together, and we've been tight since. His wife, Dale, was my best friend, my heartbeat, and I miss her terribly. But I have Greg, and I love me some Greg Branch,
Me
and
too.
I love Dunbar.
And the homecoming is this Friday. You want to take time out to watch the game?
Yes,
I'll be down there. Plus, he got that new
I.
Dunbar gear. I got to go get some new gear.
That's what I go for. I go for the gear and the game. I think I'll peep in safely. I'm doing everything I can to maintain. At this point, at this time of the year, I can't afford to get sick. I can't.
So
Too much is well waiting on. Yes.
one thing I noticed 2 years ago was a lot of Latino people was in that food line.
Yes. The Hispanic community is growing. This area is changing, and our Hispanic neighbors, and they come and they're greeted and treated as, as like anyone else. There's no nothing. We embrace them like we embrace everyone else. We have to. That's what we're supposed to do.
So that's another phone call I'm gonna make. I'm gonna call Janet Arcee. You ever met Janet Arcee?
No, I haven't.
Janet Arcee is with the RCE Foundation, and they do a lot of work in Highlandtown. They feed people. This woman is all over. She's in Baltimore 1 minute, Puerto Rico the next. But in terms of that Latino community, I personally, now I've heard of this man Alex Munoz, but Janet is who I know personally, and I've known her to serve the people of Baltimore, all races, for years. So I need to send her your phone number, and maybe she sent us some volunteers to help us clean up William Tender Hughes Field. 20 Latino brothers and sisters early on a Saturday morning, Sabado, and they helped us with the dirtiest of parts of the field. And so maybe they could come and help you. So will there be a dinner this year?
There's going to be a dinner. What the dinner looks like at this time, because of Delta, and here comes Moo. We're not going to be able to gather. We can't. We're not going to have any chance of putting anyone in harm's way. But we're going to feed people, certainly.
So you're going to need drivers.
We're going to need drivers. We're going to put out a call for drivers, having drivers sign up, and because we have seniors, and the seniors can start calling and asking for a meal at this point.
So we need drivers. What else we need?
Well, we're waiting to find out how the meal is going to be put together. The turkeys will go to Hagerstown for the inmates at Hagerstown that have had exceptional um, position um, performances this year. Our turkeys are a reward to the inmates to be able to touch our turkeys, to cook our turkeys. You have to have performed inside that prison in Hagerstown the entire year at your top level with no disciplinary actions, just to touch our frozen turkeys. And it's an honor to them. And we go up there to meet them. They are so appreciative. They're so appreciative to know that we're back here helping their loved ones while they can't be here.
Why you care about the inmates?
Because when they come home, they're our neighbors.
That's
While
right.
they're up, while they're up there, we're taking care of their families. So there's no. My mother taught us to respect a person for who they are, to see them for who they are, see everyone.
Come on, Cynthia, let's say a prayer.
One of the lessons, yes,
Come on, lift up our city in prayer. It's your turn. I prayed the last time.
dear Lord, we ask you to reach down and wrap Baltimore City in your arms. Lord, you see what's happening here. You see the murders. They're taking our young folks away left and right, Lord. Lord, ease this whatever it is that they keep finding new people just to kill every day. Lord, all of the things that's troubling our families, the mothers, Lord, that are grieving their lost children. You see the pain in their hearts. Lord, ease that. Take away all of this hate that is going on. There's so much going on. Our city, Lord, is being invaded by those that are capitalizing on the inactions of those that should be here acting. And while we are grieving, they're moving in and moving us out and away from where we have our roots. We're being uprooted. Lord, our seniors are hurting. They see nothing. If you look in the eyes of these people and you see no hope, you see just existence from day to day, no future. These kids, Lord, our students, look over them, our teachers, our educators, everyone, Lord. And Lord, I ask you to keep Donnie in perfect health and sound mind and let him continue to bless and be a blessing to our community. All these things I ask in your name. Amen.
And Lord, bless Cynthia. Bless her team. Bless that Bea Gaddy Center from the roof to the basement, from the back door to the front door. Bless them with everything they need to carry forth the mission. In your mighty, matchless, and majestic name, amen. Mm. Yeah, Cynthia, they're doing a lot of shooting around here, a lot of killing, like it's a sport.
How do you keep finding new people to kill? How do you find you're killing people like death has a expiration date? Like, oh, I'm gonna kill him today, but he'll be back in 6 weeks. What are they? They're taking children that would have had children that will never be fathers. These children are growing up here with no fathers now. Our
Killing
community,
bloodlines. Bloodlines are being ended.
yes, you're taking generations out.
Killing our own soldiers. Killing soldiers in your own army.
Right. For what? For drugs that don't even belong to you. You're killing for someone that is sitting in an office behind a desk with a staff. This stuff doesn't belong to you. You're not building up our community. You're tearing down our community.
You know, Cynthia, I want to say a special prayer for that recovering addict. That recovering addict that used to chase all the coke, the dope, and the rock. God freed them from the plantation. And then they on the corner selling dope, coke, and rock. I pray a special prayer for them. Because that takes a special kind of stupid.
It is. It does. It does. It really does. And it's I don't know what the answer, it just doesn't
Selfishness.
exist.
It's selfish. Selfish greed.
Yes. And here
Yeah,
comes
boy, you know,
another.
because I'm slick. I'm slick. Yeah. Jimmy
Yeah.
Britton said the slickest thing you can do is stop being slick.
Here comes another crime plan. Yet another crime plan. Every 100 deaths, here comes another crime plan. Stop with the crime plans and get in these streets and stop the crime.
You saying shut it down? You saying shut it down?
Down. Shut it down. Let's start all over. Let's slow it down. Let a mother or father have their child another week, another month. Let's go a whole week and not one child get hurt. You stop
And
killing the adults, now you're killing the kids.
because they can't shoot, they can't aim. Stray bullets have no names.
Exactly.
So I got a real challenging question for you, Cynthia.
Uh-oh. Let me hear it.
This is going back to self-care, and this is real important. I'm working on it. Because I got a tendency want to be Jesus. I ain't Jesus. I cannot fix everything. I cannot entertain everybody's problems. Sometimes, Cynthia, you got to cut the phone off.
I do. I do, Donnie. I've
I want
learned.
to know. Hold up. Here's the question. When's the last time you've been on vacation?
Hmm, it's been a while.
See, that's too long. That's too long. You can't even remember. I'm seeing people all on
I
social media, all on these beaches. We need a picture of you on the beach doing nothing.
well, I pray this my future in 2022. I pray for that.
Oh, no.
I'm in
This
my
year.
holiday season. I can't get it right now. I'm locked down in these ER months: September, October, November, December. ER
Because
months
you do,
are month. I'm
you
working.
got
I
work to
got
do
to
for
work it.
Christmas too.
Yes, we're signing up
You give away
kids
toys
now.
and all that stuff.
Yes, yes, yes. So
Thank you for what you do, Cynthia. Thank you to all your
well, for
volunteers.
yes, thank you. I think we're gonna shut it down. I'm gonna take some me time in January because I can't pour from an empty cup.
Fair enough. Fair
You know,
enough.
gotta
But
fill
come
my cup
January, I want to see a picture of you on a beach with some white sand somewhere.
somewhere. Yes, yes.
Cheryl Red from
That's
East
my plan.
Baltimore. Cheryl say thank you too. All them people out there say thank you for all that you do and your
Thank
volunteers, and, and also the sponsors, the donors.
yes.
So let me just
All
go
the
through the list.
people that
Uh-huh.
go ahead. Go ahead, Donnie.
What kind of food do you need? Turkeys?
Turkeys, box stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, string beans, corn, and sweet potatoes make up the dinner. You can provide canned goods, any any kind of canned goods or non-perishable items to go in the boxes. Because we're not just sending people a meal for that day. We're sending them a meal for a few days. We can get if you can get us cases of chicken so we can put that in the bags. Um, that would be great. Anything that you give to us, we're going to send out to others. We're going to make this happen. It's going to come together. We have the most worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge of Maryland, where the Grand Master makes it his business to send out the Masonic family to help us make this possible. And we'll have a date coming up pretty soon in Eagle Park in November. It's going to be the Saturday before Thanksgiving, where we're going to congregate over there outside safely. And we're going to hand out the food that's going to be put into the senior buildings around Baltimore City so that they can prepare the meal inside their buildings for their residents to be able to eat.
Well, I'm gonna make some phone calls today. We gotta make sure because it's not too early to get it ramped up. It's October and October come what Friday. So we got October and
Yes.
November. Cheryl Red said she'd be there. Go ahead, Cheryl Red. Thank you, Cheryl Red. And
Thank
she
you,
represents
Cheryl.
South. You know Cheryl?
No, I don't, but I love that beautiful smile of hers.
Absolutely. East Side.
Yes. And this meal, this holiday season brings people from all over together. They meet, and it's like a reunion to watch people that saw each other last Thanksgiving see each other now, and they're hugging. They become friends, and it's really heartwarming. It's people coming together to help people, neighbors helping neighbors,
And
and that's what I'm
again,
looking for.
they
The
talk
spirit.
about, they got these buzzwords they use in government like equity, like diversity. They need to go and watch the Bea Gaddy Center because that's real equity. That's real diversity. We got
Yes.
people of every race in line and people of every race volunteering. See, that's real equity. I don't know what these other people think equity is, because in a majority black city, I see black people getting the short end of the stick over and over again. But if they want to see what real equity and diversity look like, it's more than a buzzword. Cynthia Brooks and her team, they live it every single day.
Yes, we do.
And let's well, Cynthia, my
Yes.
neighborhood, and I haven't spent a lot of time watching how it goes in East Baltimore, but I know here in West Baltimore, we have addicts, non-black addicts from everywhere.
Yes. But they come into our city. You weren't from in Baltimore before you became an addict, but you become an addict, you migrate to Baltimore. Why?
I wish Donald Trump and his Republican friends could come and see it, because a lot of times a picture is painted like black people are the problem. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I didn't even ask you. Did you see what they did to my Haitian brothers and sisters at the border?
When I saw that, the first thing I saw was that man on that horse. I thought overseer. It took me back to some slave mentality where the slave was being herded up, and it hurt to see that. It was it was like this person had no value. This You didn't see a person. You didn't see a human being. You herded up a person. That picture of that man on a horse, even if it was the bridle of the horse, it looked like a whip. Slavery was real. Slavery was painful. And you took us all the way back 400 years. You took us back in 2021. That is now burned in our memories.
I ain't never seen nothing like it in
The
my life.
Haitian people, we're accepting those from Afghanistan. Fine and good. Fine and good. Why can't we accept those from Haiti? Why can't we screen those coming in from Haiti the same way we're screening those coming in from Afghanistan?
Because they black.
And
It's
Donald,
America. They black.
I hope and pray, I hope and
That's what it is.
pray
See,
your
Cynthia,
explanation is wrong.
America is becoming blacker and browner, and there are those who cannot accept that, and because of fear, they want to fight off any blacks, whether they Haitian, African. They don't want any blacks. They bring in the Afghanistanis. They fly them in on planes. But our Haitian brothers and sisters at the borders, they put a dude on a horseback with a whip.
A whip,
A whip.
a whip to beat that man down, to stop him from coming into a country that he prays will be better than the country he left. Haiti has been devastated. And I'm not sure every Haitian should be allowed in the United States, but
Just like not
I
every
think you just
Afghani,
screen them.
like not every
Right, like that.
Afghani, not every Eastern European, regardless of what
Exactly.
their religion might be, not every South American. My thing is South America, you selling all that cocaine while you can't feed your people. How you sell all that cocaine and you can't feed
Yeah.
your people? Huh? I'll be damned you coming here.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
See, we get greed is across the world. Just greedy people. Just greedy people. African, European, American. A greedy son of a gun is a greedy son of a gun.
Yes, exactly.
So I also
Exactly.
want to challenge our young people, Cynthia. This is a special plea to our young people. And we see our young people on social media. I challenge them to come and help out with this Bea Gaddy Family Center. I challenge them to use TikTok, Instagram, and promote the Bea Gaddy Center. Any of this information right here. I challenge our young people to come and be a part, be a volunteer, to be drivers, to help gather food. Because Cynthia, we ain't getting no younger.
No,
Somebody got to
we're
take
not.
your place one day. Somebody got to take my place one day. This is a challenge to the young people to step up.
Yeah. Get out of those streets and come do something positive. Do something positive.
I
Our
want the
young
churches to
folks,
step up too.
they don't understand.
I want the
Yes,
churches, the mosques, and the
and
synagogues to step up.
hopefully we'll see a lot of diverse faces making donations and coming in and putting in work. And I'm looking forward to it. I learned so much from the people that I encounter. Um, I, I walk away with a blessing. Every person that I encounter, I learn something from them
I
to
want
make it
Zeke
my
Cohen.
business.
I want Antonio Glover. I want Robert Stokes to step up. Don't just show up. Bring some boxes. Make some phone calls. Get that food over into the Bea Gaddy Center. Don't act like you don't know the tradition, especially if you rep in East Baltimore. You hear me?
Yes.
Well, I ain't gonna hold you long. Any final thoughts, Cynthia? Anything else you want to share and say?
Um, I I'd just like everyone to know how much we appreciate your input, your support, stepping up, volunteering, the drivers. I look forward to it this year. Let's all stay safe and let's all make sure that we can be a blessing to those that we'll never meet at all. And I
Thank you for
thank you.
caring. Thank you for being obedient to the mission. Because I tell
Yes.
you, my daddy was an
Yes.
undertaker, and I'm not sure that I wanted to go into that line of work. But if my mama was doing that Bea Gaddy thing, that would be a lot easier to do.
I, I tell everyone if Bea Gaddy knew I was running her business, she would come back. She thought I was just I was her child that she thought that she had to not let go of. She had to keep her hands on me because I was such a weak, and she was my mother would come back here and say, "She's doing what? No, she's not. She can't do that." If she could see it,
Tell
but
me a
I
Bea
do
Gaddy
think
story, Cynthia,
she looks
before you
down
go.
on
Tell me a
me.
Bea Gaddy story.
While I was in the military, she knew one of the best dishes that I like was turkey wings. And whenever I would come home on leave, she would be so busy, Donnie. But I would have turkey wings waiting on me. I'd have a turkey wing meal waiting on me. When I hit that door, my mama was taking care of her baby. And I was stationed in Belgium, and my mother was back here, and she was going to all of these meetings. And I knew that she didn't have the money to buy suits to be able to walk into a meeting looking like she belonged in that room. I spent every dollar I could put my hands on, buying suits. I stayed in that line in the post office. But my mother was going to look good. My mother was not going to be uncomfortable. When she showed up, looked in some place, whatever place it was, if you look in her obituary, that red and black suit, she called me screaming. She called long distance to Belgium to tell me how proud she was of that suit. And the last Mother's Day in 2001, I bought her a suit, and she called me. I was stationed at Fort Meade at that time. She's like, when you get paid again, can you buy me another suit? She was a humble woman. Donnie, you done made me cry this whole interview.
I remember when she ran for city council. Boy, I remember that. And where a lot of East Side politicians felt they had to kiss the ring of EDO, East Side Democratic Organization, Bea Gaddy ain't had to kiss nobody ring. She had already kissed the feet of God. And none of them people supported her. And she beat all of them. And then when she got there, they still acted greasy to her. Every single one of them involved in city government that I know of, including popular names, household names. They ain't had no rap for Bea Gaddy, because she came in there like you supposed to, with the support of the people, because they was coon boogers anyway. And half of them ain't never did nothing to help nobody either. Couldn't find their way out of a wet paper bag. Bea Gaddy got it done. J.D. Howard would go up in the hole and call people by name. Billy, Michael, Johnny, come on out. I got some hot coffee for you. I got a blanket in the bitter cold. You know, winters and got a little milder now, but when J.D. Howard told me that story, it's a good 20 years ago, and I've never forgot it. I never forgot it. But we need some new soldiers to step up. It's time for some new soldiers to step up. It's time for some new soldiers to step up. Where you at? There's the number. There's the address. There's the website. We need some new volunteers. We need some new people to be a part of this phenomenal legacy of Baltimore's Mother Teresa. All right, well, I ain't going to make you no sad. Right there. There she go. Right. Still not doing anything. We know they ain't no damn good. Some of them wouldn't help Jesus. But it's all good, because we're going to be all right. We've been all right every day since, even when it looked bleak.
And that's what we need to understand as a people. Even in our darkest days, we persevered. We are strong people. When we get our minds right, Donnie, we can get through the most horrific times that we can imagine. We have persevered, and we will.
Yeah. So if whatever we can do, just let me know. I ain't but a phone call away. Thank you for all that you do, and I'm gonna hold you to this. You said January you're gonna go on a vacation, not a staycation, a vacation away.
Yes.
Gonna cut this damn thing off.
Yes.
Taking no phone. We're gonna get you a secretary. They can answer your phone. Don't bother her. She's on vacation. And if you didn't do no help, if you didn't help with this year's effort, don't even call till June.
Oh, yes. And I thank all of those that's going to step up, especially Grandmaster Manuel Stanley. If you could see that man's work over there, if you could see his work, wow. And you should see.
It's all good. Like that good book said, we're going to count it all joy. We're going to count it all joy. You know, Cynthia, a lot of businesses have closed. A lot of restaurants have closed. A lot of black businesses have closed. But, you know, we can't do everything, but everybody can do something. And this
Yes,
is a Baltimore
we're gonna get
tradition
it.
that we need
We're
to
gonna get
embrace
it.
and support.
Yes, this will be the 40th year, and we're gonna make this happen.
The 40th year?
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
Well, let me just correct the banner right now. The 40th annual Bea Gaddy Day. Oh my God. The 40th?
She started with the 40th. She started with that $290 that she won the Maryland State Lottery, and 40 years later, we're still calling her name. We're still calling her.
40th annual. My God. It's Keith's birthday today. Keith Mitchell birthday today. I'm gonna call him up, make sure he know about this right away. Well, you touch a lot of people. We're gonna
Okay.
continue to touch people. You're gonna get donations like never before, like always. And thank you for being obedient to the spirit. We love you forever and a day, Cynthia Brooks.
I love you forever and a day, Donnie. And I thank you, and I thank all of your viewers. Thank you, thank you, everyone. And just keep me in your prayer that I stay healthy and stress free. Good morning, Deborah.
You gotta
Have a
get some
great
raw
day.
ginger, some lemon, and some honey. Just sip on that. You be good. Oh, and wash your hands. Stay away from nasty people. Some nasty people. And look, everybody want to shake hands. I'm telling you now. I'm giving you a fist bump. I don't want to shake your hand. Fist bump.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. That's enough.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's
Okay,
it.
no,
That's
I'm gonna stop right there. I
okay.
ain't gonna start no
That's
trouble
good.
because I want to. Good enough.
That's
Love you, Cynthia, and we will see
you,
you
Donnie.
shortly.
Okay. Bye bye.
We'll be back at 7 o'clock tonight with the Donnie Glover Show. We'll be going to Atlanta with a very special guest. I'll wait till later to share the good news. Donnie Glover out. Be good to somebody. Be kind to yourself. Self-care, very important. And have a beautiful day. Good morning, world.